Why don't you monitor Salt City's page and I'll monitor. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's a Under the Hood live morning, Saturday morning, but Nick Ballman joining me up here this morning. But it's probably more than anything, it's a Salt City Live update's what it is. And we're coming to you live from the beer garden at the fairgrounds. And I'm going to tell you, I guess, Nick, we were so tired we went home last night, but I guess we missed a heck of a party here at the beer garden.
Yeah, I think we did. We heard it was awesome. Charlie and his gang, man, they put on an awesome party over here and had some karaoke. And apparently Kyler Fetters can sing.
I guess we got to go find that out again, I guess. I don't know. But I guess he was here pretty late singing it up. And sorry I missed that part.
Yeah.
But I knew today was going to be a big day. This is a huge day for Salt City Racing. That's why we're timed in here with Salt City. Just excited for what we had last night. And we'll get some more updates going here real quickly. But again, it is a call-in show if you want to talk about Salt City Racing. But again, if you do have something ailing in your car, we'll take that call and I'll try to help you figure out what's going wrong with your car or whatever from that standpoint. But it's a great price package, about over $130 for each and every caller. You know what's in it?
I think so.
Let's see if Nick can get it right for every caller. Now, not a chit chat on the line, but it's actually calling in to the show with something. And again, if you want to talk about Salt City Racing, that's what we're really talking about because it's a big night tonight with the Silver Crown cars. But anything in the automobile world, anything ailing your car, tires, brakes, batteries, as we always say. But you want to talk about what happened last night at Salt City? You want to talk about what's coming up tonight at Salt City? And look at that sun coming up. Boy, I tell you, got a great time coming up. So, Nick, what's in that package for each and every caller?
Well, you get the Works package, which consists of an oil change, tire rotation. You get a nitrogen fill for your tires. You get a BG package, which consists of MOA and 44K. You get $10 in Ford Pass Rewards points, and you get $10 to Mel's Diner right there in the dealership to get something to eat or drink while you're there.
I think Nick nailed it. I nailed it. So I think it's probably because how many times you've been on the show, you finally got it dialed in, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so everybody, hey, again, fantastic night last night at Salt City Racing at the fairgrounds. It was awesome. It was great. A great pit crowd, a great crowd in the stands. I just can't wait for tonight. And I'm going to tell you, Nick, I've watched those Silver Crown cars on TV, but I've never seen them in person. And when I seen the cars there last night, you know, the longer wheelbase, that big mammoth tank on the back. But then when they got on that racetrack.
Yeah, man. They get around there, don't they?
You know, they do. I can't wait to have the start with all 24 of them out there screaming around there for 100 laps. The 17th time in the history of this track that we're going to go 100 laps.
Yeah, man, that's amazing.
A lot of people question where the track's going to hold or what it's going to do. And I tell you, we did some stuff last night. Tommy did a lot of work and a lot of ideas and different things on setup on that track last night, but I think he did a couple tests on it last night, so he knows what to do tonight. Yep. We didn't have as great a racetrack as we needed for some of our features last night, so you racers and stuff, you know what? Apologize for that situation, but you know what? I think Tommy was working to get that track good for tonight, and that's what ultimately means is getting that 100-lap racing and prove to the racers they can have a good race car, a good racetrack for the track, for the cars from that part. So I hope that's. I know once we saw the last practice last night, and I can't say the word I want to say on here that what Kyler said about the track, but it was
it was good. I think last night really, I think what Tommy and USAC was doing is I think they were trying to push the racetrack, to kind of see how far they could push it.
Yeah,
and I think they found that limit. Yeah, and so it kind of caused the racetrack to not be real great for some of our features that ran, but I think he learned what he needed to do tonight. I think we learned a few things for going forward here at Salt City. So I think it'd be good.
Yeah, I think you're all right, Nick. When we run back here on August the 2nd, we now know what we can do different a little bit. We keep learning every week we run at this racetrack, and I know it's so much better with racing on this thing at least once a month from that part, but. I think the track will be great tonight. The weather looks good. It's not as hot as it's been and everything else too. So let's get some updates here going from that part. But again, the features we had last night, we had the modifieds, we had the stock cars, and we had the super stocks. And even though the track was a little dry, a few little tires, the racers that come out, we're very excited.
Yep.
Still had some good times, but I know some of the guys in the back weren't excited. And, again, got to apologize for that. But, again, we know what the track can take. And I promise you, August 2nd, we've learned so much that we're going to come out of that gate and be ready to go. So
August 3rd, it'll be on a Saturday night.
First Saturday night of the races and stuff too. So anyway, Nick, let's kind of go through last night, some updates and kind of what happened there. We had some great racing. The Silver Crown cars got out there 3 times, and I tell you, each time they went out, and again, they've never been here at this half mile.
Nope.
And they did, I talked to quite a few of the drivers, learning what to do, what not to do, and talked to Danny Jennings after his last practice last night, and he got out of the car kind of shaking his head, and he said, well, that wasn't right. And I said, wrong setup. He said, oh, yeah. He says, what I do know is 8 inches of stagger on the back is not going to work here.
No, they won't. So, and, being the tire guy, we brought several different tires for these cars. We brought the traditional 2 right rears, the RD20 and the D25, but we also brought the mile tire for the right rear, which is the Hoosier F85, which is about a hockey puck, but kind of brought that in case they needed it. They don't know that there'll probably be a few cars on 85s, but I don't. They don't think a lot of them will be on 85s. But then on the left rear, they run the SC12, and we were really thinking that kind of a 98-inch tire was kind of going to be where they were at. But there were some guys coming over last night buying some 100s, so that's a 100-inch tire on the left rear. That's a big tire, So getting down to that 3.5, 4.5, 5 inches of stagger range, so kind of closing it up there.
Yeah. So anyway, going through the pits last night, try to meet some of the drivers and talk to some of them I know. Like Kip Hughes is here, and Kip did a great job last night practicing that car. I talked to his dad a little bit, so excited to see where Kip's going to end up. I tell you, everybody's asking me who's a favorite. I mean, there's some stout guys here racing from all over the country. So if you want to see some up and coming and some great drivers and stuff, or some guys that have been racing for a lot of, Danny Jennings has been racing forever. I don't know how many feature wins he's got here at the fairgrounds, but excited for him. He's a great guy. I talked to him several times last night. And Logan Seavey, had a good conversation with him. I mean, I've watched him so many times at the Chili Bowl, and I got to him right after he jumped out of his last practice, and he had smiles on his face. But of course, he looked damn good out there last night too.
Yeah, he did. And there's it's hard to really make a prediction of who might win this deal, because so many of these cars out here in the pits are really good cars and have really good drivers in them. And, and then some of the regional or the local guys, you would say, like Kip and Danny, they don't have really any Silver Crown experience, but they have a lot of laps on this racetrack. Yeah. So, they know where to go. They know what it's going to do. And this racetrack is different than a lot of other racetracks, just with the sand that's in it and the dirt that's on it. I mean, it's different, and it's going to be harder for these guys to predict. And I think it's going to be really good. And I would maybe look for a Kip Hughes or a Danny Jennings to maybe have a pretty decent finish.
Yeah, I do too. Okay, we got Matt O'Connor on the phone. We're going to get him patched in here, Gus. We'll get him. I sent him to send him through, and we'll get him on there and make it happen. Get Matt on here, see what his comments and what he's got. So, Matt, you're live with Under the Hood, or so do we say Under the Hood? That's got to be Under the Hood Salt City update. So, Matt, thanks for joining us, Matthew. How's Matt?
Hey, I'm pretty good. How you doing this morning?
Pumped up, excited, and all week long, I think I slept a couple hours a night because I just excited and anxiety and ready to go. Nerves, but my nerves are over now. It's fun. We had a great night last night here at Salt City, and
don't let him fool you. We're tired.
Well, I am tired. Didn't say that, but I'm still excited. I'm still pumped up and ready to go.
Hey, it is your biggest race of the year so far, the biggest race you've put on so far. So I understand the anxiety and all that.
Yep.
Yeah, but it should be good. We'll we had a good crowd last night. Man, the pits were full. Could not believe how many cars we got in these pits, and but it should be good.
Yep. So Matthew,
I'm looking for.
Are you coming?
Pretty good. I was going to, but I got to work tonight. We had to call in, so I had to be at work at 6:00 this morning. And I won't get off till about 8 o'clock tonight. So.
You should have called in sooner than the rest of them.
You get off at 8. You're in Salina, right? You got an hour drive. Be here at 9 o'clock. Get here just in time for the feature, dude.
Yeah, I could I got to get up and do it all again on Sunday, so it'd be a short night for me. So
That's okay. You can handle it, can't you?
You can handle
Guy
it.
like you, I thought I could handle that.
I might
Still
be able
young.
to. Might be able to. Either way, I'll definitely be watching tonight because I'm definitely I've got my full racing plugged in, so I'm ready to watch, whether I have to watch it from work or wherever. But yeah, I'm thrilled to watch it. You know, I'm see what 100 laps will do. Not sure they can cushion in sand, but was there a cushion on that track last night after practice?
Well, let's put it this way: there will be a cushion.
There
tonight.
will be a cushion tonight.
They started making one. They didn't really have much of a chance to get it there because basically after we ran our features, then Tommy went out and picked it and watered it and packed it. And be honest with you, frankly, I wish we'd have watered and picked it and packed it before the last couple of features, but we didn't. But I know Tommy was testing the track to see what it's going to do for tonight. And so he went out and packed and picked it, and the guys went out. And basically he put some out there. I believe there was 19 cars here last night, and he put them out there in 3 groups. And they ran about, I'd say, 7 or 8 laps a session. So it was starting to get a grip. I will tell you that the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 wall was plastered with dirt. So does that tell you it's coming?
We had to shovel the wall last night.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm excited how it turns out for you guys. I hope you guys have a good turnout down there. I know you guys have been working on this thing all year long, and man, am I excited for 2025. I saw you guys were able to be asked to produce some dates, and I can't wait what you guys get for 2025.
You know, Matt, and the whole thing about this is good for racing. And I don't care if this is IMCA, USRA, Heartland Modified Touring Series, whatever it might be. Racing on dirt of whatever class it is or whatever is good for everybody's sport. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to save a racetrack, number one, which I think we're on. I think we're on the right track of doing that. But I don't care what sanction body you have, what body car you have, what car you're driving, whatever. Whenever the crowd's here, it's good for racing all over. It's good for all the racetracks, and that's what
Nick. It's also good for the soul.
There you go.
That's right. That's right.
And that's what Nick and I and Kyler are trying to do with this racetrack is breed more into dirt racing. And I'm going to tell you, it's fun to see the people that are coming and been here for the first time. The people that don't know and asking a lot of questions about what does happen at a racetrack and stuff. That's what's fun and exciting for me. But the number one thing that's really exciting for me is at the end of the race last night, the drivers coming up to me and thanking me for doing this and their smiles on their face. That makes all that hard work all these weeks and doing everything we do well worth it when them drivers come up and shake my hand and say, hey, thanks for this. And they got a big smile on their face.
Absolutely.
And as I was getting done last night, I was checking my race pass to see who won last night. By golly, I tell you what, William Nestor, man, that after all he's done to help you guys, he deserved that win on that track last night.
Well,
I had to be the icing on the cake.
Well, he earned it. I will tell you that it wasn't an easy battle. He did earn that race. He had a couple guys, Scott Miller coming up behind him, and I believe Peter Schiller was right there behind him too. So he didn't have just an easy deal. I mean, so he earned that race. So yeah, you're right. It was very exciting, and like I said, a couple guys were, and I know Tommy was prepping the track differently and looking at what it was going to do. And the track wasn't the greatest for those features. And a couple guys were talking about that. And of course, William walked up there and said, I love the racetrack. I said, bet you did.
Of course, you always love it.
Yep. It was good to see him get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely. And then Casey Joe Gemmell get down there. That was pretty sweet too.
I don't know. I don't know if I got this fact right, but is that her first win?
Yes, I
is
believe
it?
that is
I don't know.
First one.
Yeah, she was pretty pumped too from that part, but excited for her, excited for her car and everything else too. Excited for her whole race team. They were all pumped down there, and of course, Casey Joe brought all that Advocare Rehydrate for everybody. And we're going to have it again tonight on the coolers and stuff to hand out to the drivers. I gave all those out to the drivers and the features and stuff. We'll do it again tonight. Also, so Casey Joe, thanks for bringing the Advocare and rehydrating us. As hot as it was last night, we needed some rehydrate, didn't we?
Yeah, it came in handy. I had a couple of them last night, and that stuff, it works wonders when you're out here in the heat all day and everything else. But, speaking of heat and speaking of weather, the weather looks so much better for today than it has the last couple of days. So I am pretty confident that we are going to be able to get this thing in tonight, Phil.
I'm not worried about it a bit. I was worried. That's been part of my anxiety and everything else like that, what was going to happen this weekend as we watched the weather. But it goes to show you Kansas weather can change any minute, but I'm glad the weather looks good, and we're going to have, and not as quite as hot. So it's going to help it easy on Tommy on keeping the track where it needs to be tonight.
Exactly. And like I said, like you said, Kansas weather can change at any minute, and just think we'd normally be having the nationals at this time, and usually it's 120 degrees outside and we're all dying. So having a little bit of cool air and a little bit of nice weather, especially with the big event going on tonight, ought to definitely help the crowd. So
yeah, definitely. We're sitting outside right now, and it is beautiful.
Yeah, we had a good crowd last night. The crowd looked good. The crowd was into it. And, of course, Flo's here doing a live broadcast, and they just did bits and pieces last night. But it'd be a full show tonight. I tried to talk the Flo guys into changing that up a little bit, but I didn't realize that everything they have to go through to schedule and set that up accordingly to get it on through their program and through their platform and stuff too. So it'll be a full show tonight and everything. So lucky for the B mods, they'll get to get on Flo tonight.
There we go. There we go.
Them lucky guys.
Lucky guys, right? Yeah, they are, and they're going to race on a pretty good racetrack too. Had a couple of them come there. A couple of them already here at the racetrack, and a couple of them come to me last night and he goes, "How do we need to set our car? We need to set up for how the features were or how it is right now." And I said, "Well, I hate to tell you this, but you better set it up for how it is right now."
Yeah.
So, again, the other thing about that is, even though the racetrack was a little dry for those last three features and stuff, I promise you, Kyler and I and all his guys have learned more about this racetrack, and that's what we keep doing each time we race here is learning more about how to prep that track and stuff too. And I promise you that they are. They know now what we need to do and how to do it, and I can't wait for August the 3rd.
Yeah, 100%. Because we get in here every all 4 nights that we've been here now, we've kind of been given a little bit different set of circumstance with the racetrack, and every night we've learned. So we get through all these different circumstances and get some notes built up, then I think we'll be okay going forward. So
I do too. Kyler brought a great team in here, and they worked closely with Tommy to learn what Tommy did and how he did it. And I think they learned last night too. I wish we would have done what Tommy did after the features, before the features. But again, I still think we were trying to push the track to this limit to see what it's going to do for the 100 lapper. And I've had a lot of people, you think it's going to do 100 laps? Well, of course it's going to do. There's no way it can't do 100 laps. Now, is the track going to, who knows how the track's going to perform for that whole 100. But again, Tommy's been dumping 200,000 gallons of water on this thing a night since Monday night. So,
well, and when they question that track do 100 laps, if you remember right, during the Nationals, they've always ran, all the features up all at once. They never track prep. They never did any of that. And when you add them all together, they put on there about 150 laps. So, so sure it can hold 100 laps.
Yep, I agree.
We'll be okay.
There's not going to be an issue.
No, I don't think it's going to be either.
And, you were saying every time you go out there, you learn new stuff and you can put a notebook together. Having a racetrack, having a race car. Everything changes every week.
Totally agree, buddy. Totally agree. 100%. So anyway, Matthew, appreciate you calling in. Wish you were coming here tonight, but I still think a good die-hard race fan would come right after work and come on up and watch this 100 lapper, Matt.
Be here.
Put a little pressure on you, Matt.
We'll see what happens. See if I can talk the wife into it.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, have a good day at work. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate the support. And again, just got to support dirt track racing all around, every track, everywhere we got to go.
Absolutely. Dirt track racing is the only way to go.
That's right. I agree with you 100%, buddy. Matthew, have a great day at work. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate it very much, buddy.
Good one.
You too, man. All right, 316-462-3673. Hey, that's the number to dial in. You get a great price package, about over $130. We're hanging out today in the beer garden at the fairgrounds. Thank you, Charlie and his crew, for letting us set up in here. Of course, I heard they had a great night in here last night. I was hoping we were going to do it again tonight, but I guess not. I had a little miscommunication on that, but that's okay. Can't thank Charlie and his crew and Carrie and everybody and Dan and everybody that's helped us put this together. It's been fun working with those guys and putting things from part. They did a great job last night for Murphy Tractor Equipment, cooking the hot dogs and hamburgers for us. So thank you guys for that. In the beer garden, he's got a new part being built out here. It's going to be very cool. Have it up before the fair, he said. So that's awesome. Charlie and his gang is trying to improve the fun and excitement at the fairgrounds. So
they've done a great job.
just think how we're going to go on 2025.
Yep.
So, anyway, another little tidbit. I was at dinner with Tommy Tuesday night, and I kind of just said, Tommy, this might be a little premature, but what about next year? His eyes looked at me and he goes, it's booked. So here we go. So anyway, another thing is too, we talking to Curtis from Murphy Tractor and Equipment, talking about what we need to do to this track, what we got to do in the off season and that kind of stuff too. So that's going to be fun to be able to get in there and do some stuff different with this racetrack. And even Curtis sees a few things to do to it too from that part. So anyway, let's get the phones ringing. Love to give away some prize package for each and every caller. Calling in here, not on the chat line, but in on the phone like Matt did, and you get a break price package. And basically, it's a 5,000-mile service on your car and some goodies and everything else go on top of that too. So anyway, Nick, we ran. We probably did something unique last night too. We actually paid the USRS sprint cars.
URSS,
whatever sprint cars.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, we did. So
paid them to win a heat race.
Yeah,
I think that's unheard of.
Yep. We ran 2 heat races last night with the sprint cars, paid them. The heat races each paid $500 to win. So Jeremy Campbell and Ty Williams picked up $500. And it didn't just stop there. Second paid $400. Third was $300. Fourth was $200. And $100 from there, from fifth on back. So pretty good extra payday for everybody. And it's pretty exciting to see those guys' reactions when they was able to pick up that extra money for sure. So,
well, I talked to Jeremy Campbell. He won his heat race, and I was I don't know what I was doing. I was on the stage, and all of a sudden I heard somebody say he's going to pass him on the high side, and I'd look up, and Jeremy's about halfway on the back straightaway, on the outside, and he did. He went right around the top side there and just zinged it around there, and took it for the lead. And I went down right after the heat race, and Jeremy's got that big old smile on his face, and he said it worked again, because the last time he was here too, he did the same thing. He passed on the outside and took it.
Yeah, and he even kind of watching him in years past out here, running the 360 cars and stuff. I mean, he's one of the guys that's been able to move up this racetrack and really make it work. I mean, so kudos to that guy. I mean, he can drive the wheels off of it.
He can. He's got a lot of laps on that sprint car, and whether it's a 305 or the 360, he can wheel that thing pretty good. Just excited for Jeremy tonight. Hope he draws up good. We're going to take it down the front straightaway, and I believe we're going to have the kids draw. And he looked at me and said, what about my kids? I said, bring your kids down the front straightaway. They can draw for you. And Gus is going to bring me the laptop. I guess he's got some questions that we probably need to get on top of here. So let's see if we can answer some of these chat lines coming through here real quick, Nick. So some of the other highlights, Nick, that we had last night was pretty cool. From that part, let's see here. Delbert Art, as always. Good morning, Delbert. How are you, buddy? And Jeremy Kane, with some good racing, that's for sure. Rex Trigger, how you doing, buddy? Haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're doing good, man. Yeah, and you're right. You'd find me in the beer garden. The only problem with this is there's no beer in my hand.
You're right.
Jeff Carroll, good morning. Delbert, I don't even know it was going to go live. Got a notification late in lap 8, saw team 3. Yeah, so basically what we did there last night, Gilbert, when we went live, is I went to Flow and found out they were just going to, last night was just going to but just do the lives for the Silver Crown cars. And I said, is there any way you could do a few of the features for us? He said, well, I don't know. He says, but it takes a whole lot to get that put back into our platform to get it live on Flow. I said, okay, if you can't do it, I get it. It's okay. Just if you can, great. So we're down there in the driver's meeting, after the driver's meeting, and Devin from Flow comes over to me and says, I got a great idea. I go, okay, what is it? He says, give me control of your Facebook page and I'll go live for you. I said, okay. So I tried to give him my Facebook Live, and it didn't work. So we turned around, and I think you had to get a hold of Jesse at BCC and got him to be an admin on Salt City, I believe.
Yep, we made it work.
And then we made it work, and got it live. So that's why we went live with those few little bit of features to get that to happen from that part. And JC, Kip's a great guy. You're exactly right on that one. Always got along with Kip. Always fun to hang out with Kip and everything else too. I hope he can perform well tonight with these guys. It would be a good feather in Kip's hat. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Rabby says, hey, my favorite mechanic's never been to a dirt race before, but I can't afford to go, and I'm in a mobility scooter. Is there any access for a scooter? Yes, there is. There's plenty of handicap stuff through the stage. So, Rabby, it's not a problem to get you in there from that part. Paul Rose, can't wait to go tonight. It's going to be a fun one. You bet it is. Yes, and Delbert says, thanks for the rain getting away. Jeremy Kane, Tyler, you better be there tonight. Okay, I don't know which Tyler he's talking about, but you know who he's talking about?
No.
Okay.
But whoever you are, Tyler, you better be here.
Yes, Rex is right. We will get Rabbi in or somewhere or another. Okay, so Scott Stiles, tonight is the 99th different half-mile track for the USAC Silver Crown in the history of the division. It'll be a great night. Yes, Scott, it's going to be a great night. I hope you're coming, buddy. If you do, let me know. Love to shake your hand for being here.
We missed 100 by one.
Just by one, so it's the 99th, so that's pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. So anyway, yeah, Tim Daniel. It will hold, Cole. We put on a special set of tires. It will hold.
Yes.
Now that's a good movie. That's Days of Thunder.
That is Days of Thunder.
That's not the other old Wonder Boy show, but that's a great show. And I can't tell you how many times I've watched Days of Thunder. It's probably so bad my wife keeps saying, "Are you going to watch that again?" Yeah, sure am. I am going to. So anyway, some other exciting stuff from last night, Nick. I mean, I'm just trying to go through everything from that part. The stock car, of course, William Nusser kicking that off and getting his win out here. And so I think I bet that's his first stock car win here at the fair.
I think it is.
I know it's not his first win because he won the modified, the last nationals from that part. But excited for William. You're right. It was good for him, and a smile on his face was pretty good. Super stocks.
Jared Reimer.
Jared Reimer won it, and I've known about Jared and not really talked to Jared a lot over the years, but it was good to talk to him last night. He was excited about the win, of course. He was excited about the heat race when I talked to him after that. I talked to him down in the pits and thanked him for coming, and he says, no, thanks for having us. And I mean, that's part of what's been so good with these different classes we're running now is they're appreciative to run on this racetrack and to have fun at this racetrack. And like I said, all this hard work, Nick, it's just so much fun when these drivers are telling us thanks.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. So anyway, so we went through that. Who was the other? I guess we could pull up on my race pass, but who was the other sprint car winner besides Jeremy?
Ty Williams.
Ty Williams won it there. So again, we're going to take tonight. Let's go through that a little bit. I think we're going to have some hot laps for Silver Crowns, right?
Yep. So here, I got the schedule
lineup,
right here.
Through there.
We'll go through it. So 6:15, we're going to kick off hot laps and USAC practice.
Okay, so that hot laps for everybody?
Hot laps for everybody.
Okay. So I guess go through. We got
sport mods.
Yep.
Sport mods are going to run a complete race tonight, heat race and a feature. The URSS Sprint Series will run their A feature, and then we'll run the Salt City 100. So 6:15, we're going to run hot laps for everybody, including USAC. And then at 7 p.m. approximately, we're going to have opening ceremonies, have a prayer with Johnny Whitmore and national anthem. And,
with Robert Calhoun.
With Robert Calhoun.
He does. You talk about somebody can sing. They think Tyler can sing. Not Robert Calhoun. He can throw a voice out there.
He's pretty
good.
He
can throw a note out there.
Yeah, he can. He can throw some notes.
Yep. So
immediately following national anthem, we're going to kick it off with USAC qualifying. It'll be 2 laps, 1 car on the racetrack at a time. And
I'm for real quick, some things we have coming after we get a longer contract is some leaderboards and that kind of stuff too. But if you don't have my race pass, download that now and get set up and ready to go, because my race pass, you can track that qualifying times, all that kind of stuff. You can spend just a little bit of money. I think it's $3 or $4 or something like that. Then you can get live timing for the whole race and stuff like that. I don't know, for $4, I think I'd download just for one race myself.
Yeah. But USAC does so the USAC does not run on my race pass.
Oh, they don't?
No, they run on Race Monitor.
Okay, so how can that happen?
I don't know. They must have the deal with Race Monitor. So that's just another competing app. So you just have to download Race Monitor.
Race Monitor. Sorry, didn't know that. Learning something new again. So Race Monitor to track that too. My race pass will track the B mods and the sprint cars.
Correct.
Sprint cars. So if you want to watch, I'm going to have to do that, because 100 lapper, I'm going to get lost in that race real quick. So I'll have to get Race Monitor downloaded, and so you can track that going forward from that part too. So it will be fun. Hopefully the announcers can keep up tonight on the 100 lappers.
I know. Brian, I think I got faith in him.
Okay, so next.
After qualifying, we're going to do heat races for the IMCA Sport Mods. And then I imagine after that, we might have a quick track prep session. And then we're going to go right into our A feature for our URSS sprint cars. And then following that, we'll have our A feature for the Sport Mod division. Probably do a little bit more track prep after that. And then the show we've all been waiting for, the Salt City 100. We'll close it off. And then
45, I'm being told 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes to run that 100 lapper, depending on how many cautions they have. On the laps, we'll count under yellow. We'll count until lap 98.
Correct.
So we will definitely have a green-white checkered if we have to. I hope not. I hope we got a race rolling right on through there. For the driver's sake, I hope I don't want anybody to get their cars hurt or damaged or anything else like that. I hope there's just a couple cautions to give the guys a break, a breather from that part. But maybe we just have a tire go down, not hurt any cars or something. Someone can change a tire or whatever it might be to be that part. But again, if it goes 100 lap green to green, that could be fun and exciting too.
Yeah, it could be neat. So we'll see
Race
what happens.
Monitor, get that download if you want to track the live times and stuff coming up from there. Yep. And of course, tonight the ice cream truck will be back down in front of the stairwell. We shoot some shirts and stuff off. Charlie and his gang's going to have the concessions rolling down there, and so have that all dialed in. So if you want to have some good food and good hamburgers, cheeseburgers, I don't know what's all on Charlie's list. I should know that, but I don't. But I know they got a good list of a menu and stuff, so be ready for that. And I know he's got beers flying everywhere.
Yeah,
so,
he's got all kinds of good stuff, all kinds of beer, all kinds of drinks.
And again, hanging out here in the beer garden. It kind of feels weird. I've been in here many, many times, but I've always had a beer in my hand, Nick, but I don't have one today.
Nope.
Kind of weird.
Kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
I can tell some stories, let me tell you.
Well, it's kind of early, Phil.
Yeah, I get it.
Maybe not for you.
Well, it is early for me. It is early right now. So anyway, huge shout out to Charlie and his team. Great gathering last night, post-race with Kyler karaoke. That was stole the show. I didn't know Kyler could sing. I will tell you, the very first show we had here, we were out. Me and Kyler were testing the wireless mics, and we went to the center of the racetrack, and he started singing the national anthem. And I said, whoa, stop. Just teasing. I wasn't even paying attention. So I didn't know Kyler can sing, but I guess if he can sing, maybe we need to let him sing the national anthem. Yeah, I got to let Robert do it. Robert's just so great at it and everything else too from that part.
But I keep hearing about this little wager that these people have about trying to get
make me look
Phil Nightingale to come up here and sing karaoke.
No, thank you. Jimmy Brozek, I sat in the stands for the show last night. It was a great experience. Not often I sat in the stands, so it was fun to watch from that view. Looking forward to tonight. Good job, guys, and thanks for all you do. Dylan Chambers did the participate. Did Phil? No, I did not participate, Dylan, and I'm not going to. They said we got $500 going to the Steve King Foundation. I get it. You need $5,000 to get me to sing.
He's not a cheap date, apparently.
No. I got to make it worthwhile. They're just going to laugh at me.
It's okay. We do that anyway.
Let me tell you, I can sing pretty good in my car, though. All right. So, everybody, it's fun, exciting, hanging out here in the beer garden. I guess we missed the party last night, Nick, but I tell you, I knew I needed some sleep because no more sleep than I've had all week and everything else, too. So, I needed a little bit. I didn't get much.
I didn't get much either.
But here we are back hanging out here in the beer garden, getting fired up for the last night of the Salt City 100. And I'm telling you, folks, this is going to be a fun experience. It's a thrill of a lifetime. We're making history at the Salt City Raceway, and it's just going to be fun. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be fun to watch that 100. Even if you don't think you're a race car fan, a dirt track fan, just come try it once. I think you come here once, you see what you got, and it's going to be killer from that part.
I agree.
So anyway, where are we at? I kind of keep track losing. Okay. All the comments are caught up. That's there. What else did we miss about last night? What did we go? We went through the order of everything we're going to do tonight. 3:00 pits open, 5:00 gates open. Get your tickets online, save time, buy it in there. It's just a little bit more to buy them online, but at the time it saves you to walk in, just scan and get your seat from that part, not have to go to the box office and buy them tonight. The weather's looking great, so don't worry about that. And from that part, we do have a backup plan just in case it happens, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen from that part. Jim Petty, we got to talk about that too. He went out and got every Silver Crown driver to sign a checkered flag. And just Jim Petty is sitting down under the flag stand. He went out and worked his butt off and sold every lap for lap sponsor for the night, for the 100 lapper. And we got a couple of big boards down with everybody's names that did the donations and gave up the money for that. But he's also got a checkered flag that's got every single card. I guess he's got to probably pick up a couple more guys showing up tonight. But it's an autographed flag. All you do is got to register for it, and we're going to draw for that. I don't know when he's drawing for that or whatever. But be ready for that to win that checkered flag. And it's not just a little checkered flag; it's a big checkered flag.
It's a pretty big checkered flag.
So don't forget about that too. So check out those 100 lappers, the people that donated, and thank them profusely for doing that. And again, it's just part of the history we're doing here at Saltcity Racing, and can't wait for tonight.
Yeah, me either. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I just can't wait to see all 24 cars take the green.
Matt O'Connor, I'm in my car. I think I sound like a Nashville Star to the public, and I sound like a dead dog. Yeah, you sound real good in your car when you're singing, right? I bet you sound the same way, don't you, Nick?
Excellent in my car.
Okay, what if it's a song played from the Talladega Nights? Well, it still don't matter. If I'm going to make my living in singing, I'm going to go broke, or I'm going to go hungry, one of the two. Jimmy White met folks from North Carolina, California, West Virginia, Colorado. Now it jumped on me there. West Virginia, Colorado, Indiana, Texas, Florida, just for this race. You know, and that, Jamie, that is true too. There's a lot of people coming from all over. I do know earlier in the week we checked on hotel rooms for our crew and stuff. There's no hotel rooms in Hutch. And I know somebody's coming from IMCA, Mr. Jim Standard. I think he's got to stay in Salina.
Yep.
From that part 2 tonight. So that is great. That is huge. It's great to see these people from all over the country coming to see these cars go. And I knew that there would be some people want to do that because, again, these cars are, I mean, when they went around that racetrack last, I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't know it was going to be that good.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
And we're only seeing 6 to 8 cars at a time out there. Just wait till all 24 of those guys get on that racetrack, line it up, and go. And Derek's watching him from Russell. Perfect. Larry Frederick. What has happened about the tennis involved? What has a tennis been
in the grandstand?
In the grandstands, yeah.
So we had about 1,600 last night, but a little lower than we thought. But sometimes on these 2-day deals, when
I think everybody's kind of waiting for tonight. And I think tonight's going to be our big night. Really do. The weather's going to be a little cooler. The weather's going to be good. So again, if you're even deciding whether you want to come or not, just jump online, saltcityracingllc.com, buy your tickets online. It costs you just a little bit more because of the processing fee to get it through there. But you know what? The time it saves, just grab your ticket, come right through the tunnel in there, and they got the scanner set up, scan you in, way to go. Gus was telling us last night, scanning 40 people a minute. How about that?
It's pretty impressive.
And it's pretty impressive, isn't it? So everybody come and join us tonight. Grandstands open at 5, pits open at 3. And then after the races tonight, if you want to come down through the pits to see the drivers and all that kind of stuff, that's going to be part of that's a lot of fun for me too. It was a lot of fun for me yesterday driving through there and just talking to those guys and
100%
looking at everything too. So let's see if I missed something. Yeah. Kevin Bloom, perfect conditions. And Jamie, it feels like way more than that crowd are very engaged. You know, Jamie, that's what I said too. I thought there was more in the crowd, but you know, when you take that stadium there that can seat 10,000 and trying to line it up there and everything else too, it just seemed like more people of that to me. But again, it is what it is. I mean, that's why we did the scanning. That's why we did the online purchases. That's why we did the cashless part of it, so I can prove to the fair board what we're doing and give it good, honest numbers for the crowds and everything else that's coming through here. So it's exciting from that part. So if you don't know what you're doing tonight, you need to come out to Salt City at the fairgrounds and watch this Murphy Tractor and Equipment Night 100 lap race.
100 laps. Let's go.
So anyway, what else have we left out, Nick? I know I'm going to lose my glasses because my nose is itching. But anyway, I'm trying to think if there's anything else we've left off. Craig Canucci, good show last night, boys. Hey, thank you, Craig. And Craig, thanks for the support that you have for this sport. Of all the different teams you help and sponsor and everything else like that. It's just fun and everything else too from that part. So Craig, thank you. I think I got everything here, Gus. Yeah. So anyway, Trying to we got Nick's monitoring one, I'm monitoring one. I got another lap up to over here trying to just make sure we're getting all the comments handled and everything else too. What have you left off? Anything we left out or whatever, Nick? Because I know we got a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, we do.
The show's supposed to last an hour, but that's only 40 minutes, but who cares? I need everybody to get out here and fill these grandstands. We have to show this fair board that they voted correctly, not to tear this racetrack down, and to stay here and keep this racetrack alive for many, many years. And we need a full crowd tonight to show this from that part. So let me know what you got to take to get you here and come see everybody. I don't know, Gus. I think I got everything.
Yeah. There's not anything on here on my side that.
Yeah, no, I can't get to them if they're there. David, thanks, Phil, for your gang and what you're all doing to keep the track alive. I get it. You know, and again, David, that's what this is about. It's about saving a racetrack. You know, I talked in the drivers' meeting last night with the Silver Crown guys, you know, and I remember it was last September when we figured out, or I don't know when exactly it was, that this track was basically going to be condemned and tore down. And we started our process, Nick. We flew back from Boone in September and it took us all the way to January to get an approval and get going. So we're really behind the 8 ball. I can't wait to what we can do getting a contract. I'm excited the fair board has asked for dates, and me, Nick, and Kyle are going to get those dates to the fair board very quickly to get something in stone to get things working for next year. Like I said, Tommy told me the Silver Crown is booked for next year, so that's cool. Just excited for everything we're going to do. Yes, come out to the races in Hutchinson. Let's keep this track racetrack. Yeah, I get 100%. Oh, one note. Yeah, get off early. Yeah, maybe you need a note from Dr. Phil to get off work early.
There you go.
Well, I could probably write you a note. Not sure the doctor would say it's okay.
Well, I mean, you have sloppy enough handwriting.
Oh, really? You know, Delbert, yeah, I know there's a few people staying in Wichita and that kind of thing. I think probably by now that everybody that's traveled out of state are probably coming, already got rooms somewhere. It'd be interesting to find out how many people stayed in Wichita or what that kind of did too. And I'd love to see what this, you know, we did the impact study from the state before we started doing all this stuff. I'd love to see what this day really impacted the city of Hutchinson and the surrounding counties, not just Hutchinson from that part. What this race is impacting, what it's doing. What Jamie's talking about, all these other people she met from where they're at. I mean, it's pretty good. Yeah, I know, Kevin. I need to write him a note. Not sure it's going to pass for getting him out of work. But I think, Matt, you just maybe need to call in sick. I don't know. Or maybe I get exactly you're going to throw up at about 5 o'clock so you can slide out a little early. I shouldn't talk like that's not right.
Hopefully his boss doesn't watch this show.
Maybe not. That's not good. I got enough employees too that I wouldn't want them doing that to me either from that standpoint either. Trying to get a granddaughter there from Cake. Don't know if she's coming. Well, Roger, I hope she does come. If she does come, she's going to be fun and exciting to get here from that part. So again, everybody, this is our crown jewel, as you'd say. A lot of history being made here with the 17th time we're running 100 lapper coming around this racetrack. We just need to fill these grandstands, everybody. Come out here, enjoy the fun. Charlie and his gang is going to have a great concession stand for you to enjoy all that stuff. Food, beer, drinks, whatever you need to make it an enjoyable situation. Again, Charlie and your gang, thanks for letting us hang out here in the beer garden in the shade.
In the shade.
But it's pretty cool out.
It is pretty. It's really nice.
But can't thank Charlie and Dan and Carrie and everything. The partnership we have with those guys are fantastic. And again, I'm kind of a little down. I missed last night, but right now at 9 o'clock at 9:30 this morning, I'm not. I'm not as wore out as I need to be. Yeah, Matt's coughing, so there we go. There you go, Matt. Cough a little harder, I guess. And I got to stop that. I need my employees figuring that out, right?
No.
Gary Cornelius, it was an awesome scene. The great crowd and the feeling is great energy from the crowd and the drivers and pit crews. Yes, Gary. Hey, Gary Gary's always done great pictures. So, Gary, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Gary's got a couple ideas we're going to look at when he gets here this afternoon about where I'm going to put him. He's got some ideas to get some better pictures and stuff. So probably might not be exactly where we want to put him, but he's got some ideas where he wants to be. So if he wants to be there, we're going to figure out a way to get him there. So Gary, thanks for, as always, the great pictures and everything you do for us.
He doesn't know this yet, but I got a really cool picture of him up in a tree taking pictures last night. So
yes. Okay, I think we're up to date. We got that. Anything else we need to leave out?
Man, I don't think so. I think we've pretty much covered it. Just get here and let's make it happen. Let's have an awesome 100-lap race.
Okay, everybody. I'm just asking you to help me, help Nick, help Kyler, help my whole team, help the whole Salt City team, Mel Hamilton Ford, Mel Hamilton Racing, Charlie and his gang. Let's fill these stands. Let's keep this racetrack alive. This race will help me go back to the fair board next month and get these dates locked in for 2025. And it's just going to be fun and exciting. And again, talking to a lot of different sanctioning bodies for next year and starting this early. We got to have it early so we can get on their schedules and get things set up. But we need to have a big night tonight. We need to have everybody show up and just show this fair board they're correct. I hope some of the fair board members show up tonight. Some of them said they were going to be here. Some of them said they had other commitments. I don't know why they would, but that's okay. I get it. No, I don't get it. But anyway, shouldn't have said that either. But anyway, so everybody, let's go racing. Let's go have some fun. Gus, you got to play Chaz's commercial one more time so we hang up when we get done here, because that Chaz did a great little spot for us. Of course, he's done some more stuff to us out there too. So thank Chaz for coming to the big city of Hutchinson. He could have been about anywhere because there's a lot of big time racing running around all over the country, but he decided to come here. Okay, well, it's published out there already. So go to Salt City Racing. You can see the Chaz video that we put up there from that part. So go check out that video. He did a great job of showing the track, I guess is what you would say.
Yep,
absolutely. And putting it out there, and that's what we need, a little more recognition going on with the track, and that's why we brought him on board to help us with that part too. So everybody, let's go fill these grandstands. Let's go have some fun. Get out here early. Gates open at 5 for the spectators. Pit gates open at 3. Racing gets live about 6:15 with some hot laps. And everybody, any last closing thoughts or any comments, Nick?
Let's go race.
Yeah, let's go racing. And up on the screen, you can see all the sponsors that have helped us get this together. Let's run through them real quick. Mike Van Genderen, he kicked us off getting that racetrack set up and dialed in. Again, still talking to him a lot. And of course, it's Murphy Tractor and Equipment Night. Tonight again for the Salt City 100. Richard Brothers Construction, all the great things they've done to help us here in the community and stuff, and the support from John and Ross Richardson. Ox Construction and Andale Equipment helping us with the walls. And lucky still, we've only had to put one wall panel up.
Yep.
How about that?
Yeah, I saw that.
So Ample Oil for supplying us some diesel fuel. Phoenix Recovery of Kansas. He's local wrecker here in town. He shows up every race to help us if we need to. So far, we haven't had much luck with. That's good.
I haven't had to use him much.
And, of course, Jackson's Meat and Egbert Lecker helping us on the Murphy Tractor Equipment nights for the VIP nights with all their great stuff. So thank you for that. Of course, BG Products, all the great things we have and the great partnership we have with them with Mel Hamilton Ford. And if you want to keep your car running many more miles, you need to be putting BG Products in. I promise you that. Construction Rental. Man, I'm telling you, they brought a couple of school side-by-sides out this time.
Yeah, they did.
So thank those guys. Agri Center.
Agri Center brought the side-by-sides. Construction Rental brought those lights.
Construction Rental's got the lights. Deal. Agri Center has those side-by-sides that are just cool as. That's why my legs probably feel as good as they took a many steps off my legs. Of course, Zener, Cody, and Dusty hanging out here with us all night last night. And, of course, rewiring the flag stand to make sure that worked good. So Dusty was out there pulling wire yesterday afternoon. So Zener Electric, Dusty, and Cody, thank you. Of course, Evans Construction helping with the walls with Ox Construction and Andale Equipment. United Rentals, man, those water trucks. I tell you, if we didn't have those, we'd be in trouble.
We'd be in deep trouble.
200,000 gallons around. So United Rentals, thank you again for that. Can Equip brought out that big blue tractor, pulling the old blade around. And so there's our sponsors up there. And anyway, guys, thank you for all the sponsors. Thank you, everybody that's helping us put this on. And this is going to be a fun night. You don't want to miss it. Come out here and join us for history. And I guess the answer is let's go racing. See you all here tonight. Fill the stands, fill the crowd. Let's have some fun, and let's go make history here at Salt City.